When we started this institute some 12 years back, we had a dream. We had a dream that we should become, one of the world's best institute. So then, how do we achieve that dream? So I was thinking and I thought that we must be doing something which is path breaking. Nobody has done a commercial film at the institute's level, involving the students or involving the director or chairman. It has never happened. And I was talking to Gary, who's the director of London Films Institute, and he said, Mr. Chopra, it is something which we need to do because students cannot learn how to make films sitting in the classroom listening to lectures and using cameras and editing which is available in the institute. I can't, or any institute for that matter, cannot afford to buy a 2.5 crore or 3 crore rupees worth of camera. I know we have cameras which is like 5 lakhs or 10 lakhs maximum. So unless we make a film and we involve our students, because the other filmmakers will not allow students to come and disturb them while shooting and all that stuff. Not only give opportunities to our students to have a hands-on experience, but also take iLead miles above the other institutes in the world. So that was one reason of making a film. And now we used many things which are out of box, which are not tried by the film industry, which has made this project unique in itself, which I would like to share with you. Whether you are a media student or whether you are a management student, really doesn't matter, because the strategies we took to make this project and the strategy we took to market this project were unique. Nobody has ever tried. So it's a very great learning experience for our both media as well as management students. That's a first objective of making this film. And then the larger objective of educating public or creating the right kind of awareness among the terminal disease patients and their family members, because it's a big issue. I'll take you first through the reviews, the feedback we got from the people who had seen the film.
Unique concept.
It's very inspiring. খুব ভালো লেগেছে।
And overall the film has turned out to be very nice.
প্রত্যেকের অভিনয় অসাধারণ।
और मुझे पर्सनली अच्छा लगा जो वो विश वाला पार्ट था।
Heartwarming, very nice music. So I expect it to be a good film.
It's a very touching movie, and I think everybody should watch this movie.
The message was really good. Actually, I lost my sister to cancer. She also died in 6 months. She wanted to go to so many places. We kept giving her treatment. I like the message. Give them what they want in their last days. Give them what they want. Beautiful message. Everybody should watch this movie. Very, very.
The lady at the last, she's the daughter of one of the very, very rich man of Chennai. Her sister was a cancer patient, and she had 1 year to live after diagnosis. And instead of, she had a desire to tour around the world, and she was fit, she was okay. But instead of taking her to a world trip, they decided to subject her to treatment, chemotherapy, radiation. And it was all useless because she died anyway after 1 year. And she said, had I seen the film earlier, I would have let my sister enjoy life that 1 year. She would have, I've taken her to world tour, what she wanted, instead of subjecting her to that torturous, painful treatment. Now this story which I had written came out of my experience when my mother was suffering from cancer. And when she was given treatment from Dr. Chandi, who's a Padam Shri doctor. And he said, Mr. Chopra, I know you can spend whole amount of money on your mother's treatment, but I would suggest don't go for any treatment. If she was my mother, I would have let her go. You take her home, do whatever which will make her happy.
I recently saw an email from a patient with lung cancer written by his daughter to one of my doctors. She said, "Doc, you gave him a year of life. During that year, he ticked off all the things on his bucket list that he wanted to do. And he did them. And he died in peace, knowing that all the things he wanted to do, he was able to do. And I want to thank you for that." So, if patient and family come to a calm acceptance of yes, life and death are all part of the same, and they accept that, then the aim should be to keep the patient pain-free and peaceful, and in fact to be able to die with dignity, and we as physicians have a role to make sure that that happens.
So I thought that a lot of people needs this message, this awareness that when a patient is declared to be terminal, whether it's a cancer or any other disease, it's a very hard decision. Don't go for any treatment. Spend your time. If you can't medical help, doesn't mean that you can't help that patient. You can help, or you can shower your love, you can make them feel important, you can make them feel loved, you can make them feel cherished. You can do a lot of things to make that residual life most enjoyable period of their life instead of subjecting them to all those torturous treatment. So this is a message that we can still do a lot of things for a patient who's declared to be terminally sick. And we all are terminally sick patients. Because, terminally sick doesn't mean that you only die after 6 months or 2 years. All who are born are going to definitely die. Yeah. So one day we are also going to die. Whether it's after 6 months or after 6 years or 60 years, doesn't matter. Yeah, you're going to die. So therefore, we must live our life moment to moment. That means don't let any moment of your life go waste. Seize every moment, make most out of it, and make your life worth living by making every moment worth living. Am I clear? So this is a very important message. This picture which you see is a picture of my mother. You can see Pragya there, and it's a last stage when she was in Cancer Medical Hospital, cancer in Tata Medical Hospital. And you can see that she's smiling. Yeah, she's happy. As she didn't know that she has a cancer, we didn't tell her. We didn't tell her. Even on the last day, she told Pragya, "तुम क्यों रो रही हो? मैं ठीक हो जाऊंगी. Yeah? मैं एकदम तुम्हारी दादी कमजोर नहीं है, तुम्हारी दादी एकदम ठीक है, ठीक हो जाएगी." We didn't tell. We didn't want to break her heart. Yeah, so we didn't tell her that she has cancer, and she's only there for 2 days. Now, when we were making film, we had a very small budget. We wanted to make a great film, having a very small budget. Yeah. So how do we go? Now, this is a very good lessons for both media as well as management students. Find alternative ways of raising finance, raising investment. Yeah, whether it's your project, which is film, or whether it's anything other than film projects. If you really rack your mind and if you really think out of the box, this film had a budget of 2.5 crore. Yeah? 50 lakhs we raised by in-film branding, even though we were new. Yeah? Now I am sure I will raise 50% of the cost of the film by in-film branding. What is in-film branding? In-film branding is you show the brand within the film. Now when you make a normal commercial film and show it in a cinema hall, you pay for making of the film and you pay for showing the film. Yeah? Pay for both. And then when the film is shown during interval and before the beginning of the film, people are not interested in watching. They will either go out during the interval for buying popcorn or using the washroom, or the lights are on, it's not clear, they are talking on their phone and whatever. So they are not attentive. But if it's in film, it's part of the film, you cannot do that. You have to watch, because otherwise you will miss the whole storyline. And it's very clear, very well shot, and you don't pay for its making, you don't pay for its running. Now this film, we are going to show in US on 17th of March, one of our ex-faculty member who's in US right now, Suchi has organized the US distributor, because it is a message film, has decided to do the distribution free of cost. He said, Mr. Chopra, I'm doing it not because of any money. Your film is a non-starter. Normally, I don't do any non-star film. And normally, I charge a hefty amount of money, my fees. For this, I waive both. So when your project, whether it's a film or any other, has a social cause attached, a lot of people will come and give you free services. Yeah? And then you will find that a lot of free money is available to you. And now I'll show you. You see, Chai Chung pays out 20 lakhs rupees, one party. And we gave him so much of coverage. He, in fact, told me that, Mr. Chopra, ये 20 लाख में आपने मेरे को 2 करोड़ रुपए की पब्लिसिटी दी है, 2 करोड़ से भी ज़्यादा की दी है. And he's very happy. Yeah, here for 20 lakhs, in one song, I've shown 6.5 lakh viewers seen the brand. And also in the film, a lot of people must have seen the brand. You see, the brand is very, very prominent. And we have to actually shot almost 15 minutes of the film in their office, in their tea factory, in their tea garden. Yeah. We got free venue to shoot. In any case, we needed an office and a factory, and so we get free place plus 20 lakhs, and they got in barter a lot of publicity. Am I clear?
चाहूं तुझे हमेशा दिल ये दुआ करे चाहूं तुझे हमेशा दिल ये दुआ करे मुझको तुझसे फिर ना कोई जुदा करे दिल जानिया हो ना जुदा दोनों खुदा करे मोहब्बत में ये हाल रहता है मुझे तेरा ख्याल रहता है मोहब्बत में ये हाल रहता है मुझे तेरा ख्याल
So this is one way of raising free capital for your projects. Yeah. So cross branding was done. Now these are other people whose brand were shown in the film with Link Pen, Sakshi, Minu Sari, and Rotary. The Rotary, in fact, Rotary is supporting us overseas in 50 cinema halls where in US when the film is going to be shown, Rotary is going to write, the international president of Rotary is going to write all the chapters of Rotary to go and see the film. They'll promote the film for free. And Minu has given us a lot of saris, and in fact again gave us 2 lakhs rupees for joint publicity on hoardings. And you know that we got 150 hoardings for free all over India. Some hoardings were worth 15 lakhs rupees a month. Total free hoardings we got all over India was worth 2 crores. The eyelid students were involved, as I said. I'll just play a short video on what was their experience.
iLead itself gave us the opportunity to work on our first film, to work with people, with professionals. That is something which I don't think anyone else would have been able to provide us.
Gadgets, equipments, accessories নিয়ে যে চোখের সামনে দেখে শুটিং ফ্লোর কেমন হয়, প্রসেসটা কি, মেকানিজমটা পুরো একদম চোখের সামনে দেখতে পেয়েছি।
মানে শুধুমাত্রই যে একটা ক্যামেরা হাতে নিলেই ডিওপি হওয়া যায় না, তার সাথে সাথে আরও কি কি জানলে একটা সাকসেসফুল ডিওপি হওয়া যায়, ভালো কাজ করা যায়, সেটা স্যারের থেকেই শেখাটা শুরু।
So we learned this very interesting thing that how can you modify your script and how can you be more flexible being in that situation.
You see, that makes all the difference. Sitting in the classroom and listening to film theory and all that, and going in the field and being part of the filmmaking is something great. Yeah, no other film institute or media institute ever tried it. We were the first. So can we have a big round of applause for Riley? we had decided that we'll give breaks to new talent. Yeah, whether so both Kavya is from Calcutta. She was in school when we did the audition for her, and she did a very great. We gave a situation, and immediately she enacted that situation. In fact, she cried. So we selected Kavya, although she was not very good looking. We had better looking girls available, and people told me that your heroine is not so good looking. Doesn't matter. I said I will choose talent, and of course, Puneet was a good choice because Puneet was handsome. He became heartthrob of almost all girls who saw the film, and Puneet was also a good actor. So we tested him and we selected him. Now let me tell you about the Deepika Samant story. Have you seen, how many of you have heard the sad version of Hum Tere Ho Gaye? If you go and see, it is the most popular, the top song during the Valentine's Day selection. If you go and see the Valentine's Day selection, our song of this film was number 1. Okay, let me sing one line for you. Okay. होना था जो वही हुआ, कैसे पता ही नहीं, दिल को सुकून तुझसे मिला, मेरी दुआ है तू ही, परवाह नहीं न कोई है फिकर, तुम तुझसे मिला जब से, हम तेरे हो गए, बस तेरे हो गए. Now let me tell you the story of Deepika. See, I had gone to Bombay, so I was in a hotel and the people in the hotel said, your room is not ready because you're too early, so please go and wait in the restaurant. So I went to the restaurant and I was all alone, and I saw one girl trying to fix her guitar to the electric connection and that, audio system. And to test the audio, whether the audio is correct or not, she made an alap. Alap का मालूम है? और अलाप ऐसे गाने का किया जो मेरा फेवरेट गाना है. कौन सा गाना है? हा हा हा, ये रातें, ये मौसम, नदी का किनारा, ये चंचल हवा. So she did flawless. So I said, यार ये तो गजब है. So she went and sat down, and I went to her, taking a risk. 70-year-old man going to a 20-year-old girl, very risky. So I said, तुम तो गाना बहुत अच्छा गाती हो. थैंक यू. मैंने कहा मैं भी गाना गाता हूँ. मैंने यही गाना गाया और मेरा YouTube चैनल में है. बोला अच्छा सुनाइए. तो मैंने उसको सुनाया. तो उसने फिर दूसरे गाने का मुखड़ा गाया. तो वो भी मेरा फेवरेट गाना था उसे देख के. तो मैंने उसका अंतरा गाया. तो हम लोगों ने सोचा कि हम लोग शाम को डुएट गाना गाएंगे रेस्टोरेंट में. इतने में हमारे डायरेक्टर साहब आ गए और डायरेक्टर साहब बोले चलिए चलिए वो जी में मीटिंग है. मैंने कहा चुप अभी रुके यार, मैं अभी आया हूँ, मेरे को कुछ कॉफ़ी पीनी. एक्चुअली आई वांटेड टू हियर द 2 songs, फुल सॉन्ग्स फ्रॉम दैट गर्ल. तो मैंने दीपिका को बोला कि तुम गाना सुनाओ मेरे को. बोले जी वो मैनेजर बोल रहा है कि जब तक ग्राहक नहीं आते हैं तुम बैठो, गाना मत गाना, बाद में गाना. मैंने कहा हम है ना 2 ग्राहक बैठे हुए, गाना गाओ. तो उसने दोनों गाना सुनाया. पहले गाना सुनाया, फिर जब सेकंड गाना सुनाया तो डायरेक्टर साहब ने कहा कि देखिए आप हमेशा बोलते हैं कि ज़िंदगी में कोई चीज़ रैंडम नहीं होती है. जब कुछ होता है तो योर होल यूनिवर्स इज ट्राइंग टू टेल यू समथिंग. या इट्स ऑल डिवाइन प्लान. सो ये अचानक आपसे मिली, आपको रूम नहीं मिला, आप यहाँ के बैठ गए, आपको गाना अच्छा लगा, तो कुछ ना कुछ हमारे फिल्म में एक सिचुएशन है जहाँ पर सैड सिचुएशन है, वहाँ पहले सोचे थे म्यूजिक देंगे, बट शी कैन सिंग दैट जुबिन नौटियाल सॉन्ग, ये हम तेरे होंगे सैड वर्जन। तो उसको पूछा तुम गाना गाओगी? वो तो उछल पड़ी, वो तो बोले कि मैं 12 साल से स्ट्रगल कर रही हूँ सर, मेरे को तो फिल्म में ब्रेक चाहिए एट एनी कॉस्ट। तो वी immediately wrote to our music director to have a sad version and lyrics to write the words. Within 2 hours we got. He showed it to me, ये lyrics ठीक है ना? मैंने कहा हाँ ठीक है एकदम। उसके बाद उसने कहा कि उसको एक बार बोलिएगा इस म्यूज़िक पे वो फ़ोन में गाना गा के सुनाएगी। सुनाया तो बॉब ने बोला अरे तो बहुत अच्छा गाना गाती है, ये तो जुबिन से अच्छा गाना गा रही है। नेक्स्ट डे वी फिक्स अप स्टूडियो, she sang, and the director who was recording, he had worked with all the top singers like Shreya, like Palak, like Arijit, सबका वो साउंड रिकॉर्डिंग करता है, मतलब सॉन्ग रिकॉर्डिंग करता है। उसने जब एक बार में वन अटेम्प्ट एंड टेक वाज फाइनलाइज्ड, शी डजंट हैव टू सिंग अगेन। मेरे को पूछा ये डायमंड को कहाँ से ले आए आप? मैंने कहा डायमंड रास्ते में पड़ा था, उठा लिया मैंने। She sang that song, and you know, in 2 days' time, there were 5 lakh downloads for her song, which was faster than Jubin Nautiyal's song, who is established singer and all that. Please go on the net and see sad version of Hum Tere Ho Gaye. It's so melodious.
हम तेरे हो गए, बस तेरे ही तेरे हो गए। हम तेरे हो गए, बस तेरे हो
हमने पलक को एक गाना गाने के लिए, जो लड़की का वर्जन है, वी पेड हर 10 lakhs because and she took it in her charity which she's building a hospital for the very poor people, boys and girls who have heart problem. So I said I will not give it to Shreya, I will give it to Palak because the money will go to a good work. Although Shreya was also wanting 10 lakhs. And Trisha sang the same song from Calcutta. Trisha, we paid only 15,000 rupees. And Trisha wanted a break for Bombay. She has not got break. So although good singer, we decided to use Trisha's song instead of Palak's song. Although we paid 10 lakhs to Palak and only 15,000 to Trisha because I wanted to give a break to Trisha. Palak is a celebrity singer. She doesn't need a break. One song less or more doesn't make a difference. But for Trisha, it was a great break. So what you hear is Trisha's song.
तेरी यादें मुझे तड़पावे, तेरे बिन मुझे चैन न आवे, ये लम्हा बीत न जावे, पल पल तेरे प्यार सतावे, ओ साथिया, ओ साथिया, ओ साथिया।
So we always believed in giving break to newcomers who are talented but who don't get a chance. So we did that in this film. And look at me. I had acted. You must have seen me acting in the film. And today I met the Vice Chancellor of our university. He told me, he gave me a lot of inputs and his feedback and all that. He told me that after acting to act natural chilo. In fact, Mukesh Rishi acting to overacting chilo. I don't know what to make out of it. He said Mukesh Rishi act to overacting chilo. Although he's a veteran Bollywood actor. So you can see my involvement was as a producer, as a writer of the script, and as an actor. So I acted to prove a point that if at the age of 70 I can do something new, don't come and tell me, oh, I'm too old or too young to do anything new. Yeah? You can always do something new, no matter what is your age, what is your background, where you are. You can change the course of your life. You can do anything you want. Don't let anybody tell you you can't do something. Am I clear? Most of the filmmakers go to Switzerland, go to Paris, go to Spain and London and all these places and shoot there. What they land up doing is you are promoting some other country's tourist destination. So Indian tourists go there and spend money, create employment. So what we as a filmmaker land up doing is promoting other people's country, generating employment there, revenue collection, economic activity. We don't want to do the same thing for our own country. And you see the film, how it was shot. People who had seen Darjeeling shot in our film, or Murshidabad, or Calcutta, or Vivada, or Durga Puja, they were so excited that they want to come and experience Durga Puja, they want to experience the luxury cruise, they want to go to Darjeeling, they want to go to Murshidabad. This is the most, I would say, coveted and desirable objective for all filmmakers, no matter from where they are. If we are Indians and we are from Calcutta and Bengal, we must promote our state and our city. Yeah, that is exactly what we did. And of course, iLead brand promotion happened because we shot a lot of shots within the campus, our library, our food court, classrooms, corridors, all were shot, and there were dialogues which said how iLead is different than the rest of the institute. And so it was, of course, a brand promoting activities as far as iLead was concerned. Yeah, so that was also one way of maximizing. Now, in spite of so many appreciation and so many good feedback, and our IMD rating, which is most authentic, which was on the first day 9.7, today is 9.3, doesn't matter. We had still 9.3 IMD rating is also very difficult to get, say, almost impossible. It being the first film and getting an IMD rating of 9.3 is almost like an impossible dream. We have two new projects. One is to promote organ donation because in our country 5.5 lakh people die every year because they don't get organs. If 5% of the people who can donate organs after their death, brain dead people who are healthy otherwise, the life of these 5.5 lakh people can be saved. Second film, most of the Bengali boys and girls are conditioned that তোমাদের দ্বারা business হবে না. Business শুধু অবাঙালিরা করতে পারে. Only Marwadis and Gujaratis can do business. You can't do business, it's all nonsense. I want my Bengali students to start business and give Marwadis and Gujarati run for their money. Yeah? And it's possible. So if one can do, so many people of you can do. So that's it. Okay then. Fine. Thank you.